Hi parents and students, I'm Dr. Ivan Khan, CEO at Khan's Tutorial, and welcome to another edition of How to Get Your Child into Specialized High School, Diagnostic E Group PTC version. So just this past month, we've been taking diagnostics and attending class every single week. Our students are showing up for group class on Saturdays and Sundays, and a lot of you have been taking workshops on Fridays or Sundays. So you're in luck. This month in June, Diagnostic E's retake will be on Friday, June 20th and Sunday, June 22nd. So congratulations to every single one of you that took Diagnostic E and showed up to your mandatory PTC. June is an incredibly important month because right now we're going from Diagnostic E to Diagnostic F. Every single diagnostic here at Khan's does increase in difficulty, and you all know that by now. So Diagnostic F will be on July 5th, and your group PTC will be Saturday, June 28th. So remember these important dates: Friday, June 20th, and Sunday, June 22nd. For all of you in workshop, that's going to be your Diagnostic E retake. And by the 28th, right after school's done, you're going to be having your next group PTC for Diagnostic F. So for those of you that are still struggling or started late or haven't really put your practice much at home, you're in luck. We have our summer traditional boot camps coming in. SHSAT summer boot camps start this year, July 1st. It's 3 days a week, 3 hours a day. July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, July 8th, 9th, and 10th, 15, 16, 17. SHSAT boot camps are perfect for those who started a little later or missed our first few diagnostics. So this year, we're going to have a retake of 4 of the original Khan's diagnostics during boot camp. Every 2 weeks, you'll see Diagnostic A, then Diagnostic B, Diagnostic C, and Diagnostic D. So if you haven't had a chance to take those diagnostics yet, look out for SHSAT boot camps. Keep your practice up every single day this summer at home, and they go all the way until the end of August, August 21st. But more importantly than boot camp and workshop, you don't have to enroll. The most important thing you and your child can do at home is practice. We talking about practice? Like AI, Allen Iverson once said, you gotta start your practice on Monday night. Every single week, Khan's Tutorial gives you homeworks that match the classworks. So students and parents, all of us should be starting our classworks and homeworks on time, and at home, start your homework on Monday night right at 5 p.m. Do Khan's work before the school homework. You want to be sure to have your freshest energy for Khan's Tutorials SHSAT homework. And once you're done with that by Monday, by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single night, do 1 hour from your book list practice sets. So if you've been at Khan's meetings, the parent-teacher conferences, and individual conferences, you and I both know that we just finished our bonus bingo sheet for June. So a lot of you have been looking online, and last month we were using the Barron's book. We want to give a special shout out to Barron's and the makers out there for providing such excellent content for practice at home. And next month, we're also going to give a shout out to Tutorverse bookmakers for their tremendous supplemental material that you can practice at home. So we absolutely want you to get started on the Tutorverse for the next month for practice at home. Here at Khan's, you will still get Khan's original classworks, diagnostics, and homeworks, only found at Khan's Tutorial. So quick brush up. A lot of you might be wondering, why am I putting in all this work? Is the SHSAT even worth it? Do I really want to put all this hard work in now? Answer is absolutely. I just spent my last weekend going to the Bronx Science Alumni Day. I'm an alumni of Bronx Science. Let me get my Bronx Science swag, okay? Throw it over here. All right, so check out, I went to Bronx Science Alumni Day. I'm gonna put this here and check out how proud we are here at Bronx Science. We're gonna take you through that school, and we have footage from our Bronx Science campus, and you have the brand new Science Institute, and you also have incredible course offerings at Bronx Science, the most number of APs, and some of the most outstanding classmates you can enjoy. So all of you headed to Bronx Science or looking for a spot there, there's buses that go from Queens, and we absolutely highly recommend it. But we all know that the school with the highest cutoff is in Lower Manhattan. It's Stuyvesant High School. It's renowned for its free public education in STEM. It's one of the most competitive high schools in the country. And most recently, studies have shown that Stuyvesant High School has the 4th highest matching rate to Harvard University for any free public high school in the country. So congratulations to Stuyvesant High School for having such a terrific matching rate with Harvard University. Shout outs to all of the students and counselors here at Cons who made that trip. So we also want to remind you of Brooklyn Tech and how important it is to rank Brooklyn Tech number 3 in your rankings this fall. Brooklyn Tech is the country's largest magnet high school, and we also have college majors there. You have countless APs, even more after-school student organizations than a lot of the other specialized high schools, and we also have college majors. So as students, you can see what college major you want to try out as a high school student. So that's how amazing is that? You're a high school student, you want to go into something in STEM or tech, so you can choose any one of their countless STEM tech majors. So here we are at Brooklyn Tech getting the tour, visiting their robotics labs, visiting their aerospace and engineering laboratories and technology labs. Here we are, visiting old Cons alum who are off to, amazing careers in technology, business, education, and you name it. We also want to give a special shout out to the New York specialized high schools. This past year, we had dozens of students choose York Science and Brooklyn Latin here from Cons Tutorial. So if you are looking for a top-notch specialized high school education in your neighborhood, check out the new specialized high schools. But let's talk about Diagnostic E, and let's see how all of you did in Diagnostic E. So the top scorers for Diagnostic E, congratulations to Karthik, Naveed, Yashvin, Marzia, Nicole, Anissa, Annalise, Sahel, Swapnil, Samir, Ricky, Jocelyn, Ramarjun, Tayun, Isa, Sham, Devi, Mahir, Momita, Anisha, Samrina, Diane, Samar, and Tolani. I want to give a huge shout outs to all of these dozens of students who had a top 10 score on Diagnostic E. It was one of the most challenging diagnostics that we had, but we did have a student score of 92, and even in the top 10 scores, we had students break 81. So what does that mean? Right now, the median at Cons Tutorial's Diagnostic E is somewhere between around 60 to 65%. That means half of the students are already into the specialized high schools, and the other half of the students are just approaching that first cutoff of 70 to 75 for admissions to Brooklyn Tech. What can you do to do better? Again, complete Cons SHSAT homework on Monday. Do not take more than an hour and 15. Focus on it. Start it before your school homework so you're still fresh. By Tuesday, go into your book list work sets. It's the same advice that we give all of you at Parent-Teacher Conference, and the same advice that we'll give you here, whether you're watching in the classroom or you're here or from home on YouTube. So let's keep in mind the cutoffs required for an admission to Bronx Science. It's an 85 to 90 for Stuyvesant, 75 to 90 for it's 80 to 85 for Bronx Science, 75 to 80 for Brooklyn Tech, and then a 70 to 75 for Brooklyn Latin. So we know that the cutoff started at 70, and every 5 points you score at Cons from 70 to 75, 75 to 80 to 85 to 90 even, that's just opening the doors to another specialized high school for you and your family. So we want to make sure that all of you are ready for what's at stake. We know that Diagnostic F will be happening in the next several weeks, but before Diagnostic F, we want to use all of our tips for Diagnostic E on June 20th and June 22nd. So please be sure to use all of our tips at home. Be sure to treat every single one of your homeworks like it's a constatorial diagnostic. You never want to rush through the homework and feel like I just want to get it over with. It's a common mistake that a lot of students will make, and we want to be sure to keep all of our focus nice and fresh for all of our homeworks. So let's keep moving. Obviously you want to have your pencils, show all your work, annotate, and then whenever you get tired, take 3 deep breaths. And those will get you through a great homework session, classwork, or diagnostic here at Constatorial. But in case you need more help for advanced level items, you want to consider our workshops. So we have workshops on Fridays at Jackson Heights, Jamaica, Ozone Park, and the Bronx. At least 4 locations at Cons has workshops on Fridays, and all the other locations still have their workshops on Sundays. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of your SHSAT workshop. There's some tremendous deals right now, and check it out. Between now, June, all the way till the end of the exam, we have a workshop plan, a boot camp plan. If you want to save the most money and get the most savings and the most time at Cons, there's a combo plan where you could save even more. What's so good about the boot camp workshop plan? Well, there's an assurance. If you take the 5-day workshop boot camp plan, we are assuring your admissions to a specialized high school for this year's SHSAT exam for all 8th graders. So just a quick review for final tips. Be sure to get all of your workshops attended. There are a lot of free workshops that we've been giving out as promotions. Take advantage of that. Even if you are in person at the centers and you're getting a chance to see me and all of our teachers in person, you can still add on a hybrid option. You can add on the online portion for your workshop. So we know that parents love in-person services and kids love online versions. So you can actually mix and match. If you're already here for in-person, you can always add on the online version for a lower price. So there are workshops and boot camps and bonus sheets, so we all know about that. Check that out in our different videos here at Cons. And now we can remind you that those who do the 6th, 7th, and 8th assurance package, really, there's an assurance that you will be getting into the specialized high school, so take advantage. And overall, start your Cons practice early. Use your Cons folder to find your classwork, your homework, and the best way to do well on the next diag is read the old sets. You don't want to just do the homework and rush and do easier material anymore. You want to review your old homework, your old classwork, and keep looking at those, and you'll be very, very familiar with every type of question that will show up on the test. So please do attend all of your parent-teacher conferences. It's really critical that you do so. It's mandatory for parents to show up. Parents, you can also see how your student's doing by accessing their GradeCam accounts, and it's absolutely critical that you do so. Right now, we are moving from the Barron's book to the Tutorverse book around June. It's before we get into the rest of the summer. So if you've made it this far, congratulations. If you're taking our online course, our online grades are just as good or even more competitive than some of our in-person classes, and always keep your cameras on in case you are taking our courses online. And just remember, we have strategies on our website. Ask our teachers, open our weekly emails. We're always sending out items for all of you. So check out the specialized high school handbook online and keep up with any changes that are happening this year for the SHSAT. Show up to class early, complete all your homework, take advantage of the workshops and boot camps, and most importantly, keep your confidence going. Practice, practice, practice. And until then, we will see you all at the next video of how to get your child into specialized high school. Once again, this is your CEO, Dr. Ivan Khan, and best wishes practicing for your seat in New York City specialized high schools. Let's go Knicks.